Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do a collective for today. Today is Saturday, May 24th, 2025. You may follow me on the Talk, the Tube, the Lemonade, the Blue Sky Social, the Pinterest, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, fabulous. We love that for you. Whatever does not, just leave it on the table for someone else. You don't need to take on energy that wasn't meant for you. We're going to use the Heart's Hidden Secrets deck, which I just got off Amazon on Thursday, I think. Wednesday, Thursday, something like that. $10. 10 smackers. And the front of the card actually looks like that other deck that I got. Maybe it's the same damn thing. I haven't even checked. See? Like a big version and a smaller version. I'll have to compare them and see, because I don't know. I think I spent $10 on this one too. Okie doke. Let's shuffle. Okay, that was weird. Nothing was shuffling. It's like hand motions and nothing else. We got 2 on the table. Okay, 3 on the table. That was very strange. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. We got 3 on the table. This is interesting. Four on the table. 6 on the table. Let's do 2 more shuffles. Seven on the table. 8 on the table. One more shuffle. 9 on the table. 10 with bottom. Okay, that's the same one that we had yesterday. 10 cards with bottom of the deck. We've got mistakes, distance. We got running, nourish, elusive, return, twin flame, influences, conflicted, only you, bottom of the deck. We had that yesterday. Yesterday or the day before? I think it was yesterday. Almost all these cards are in black and white. Only 3 of them have color. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. It doesn't matter. Someone's running from their mistakes. Someone's blocking out the world. Someone might be moving, getting on a train and going somewhere and planning not to come back. Like somebody is running from their past. With the Nourish card, this is someone that wants to work on themselves. It says self-growth, self-focused, soul finding. Self-growth. For some reason, I can't say that right. And when I say the word self, it doesn't sound right to me. If this is a friend, a family member, an ex-lover, like you might have been elusive to this person. Like maybe you walked away and they didn't notice right away. The other thing that I'm getting is this nourish card, them wanting to work on themselves. It's going to be elusive for them. And the reason why is because this is someone conflicted over influences. Conflicted decisions, hot and cold, multiple choices, influences, attachments, third parties, and peers. It also could be drugs, alcohol, gambling, money, all influencers. This person lets other people or situations keep them from healing. That's why it's elusive for them. This is someone that would have been a twin flame for you. Or if this isn't your reading, someone else, right? This person, again, they thought you were elusive. You probably just walked away from them. You probably walked away from whatever this relationship was. Dishonesty, deception, trickery. They think you're elusive. They're hoping that you return. Second chance, opportunity, making amends. I think we had those two cards too. Did we have the twin flame card or was that a different read? So they think about you. You're like, even if they have like a bunch of boyfriends, a bunch of girlfriends, a bunch of friends with benefits, casual encounters, one night stands, you are the main focus when they think about the past, when they think about like missed opportunities, missed relationships, missed connections. You are who they think about. The sad thing is again, whoever this person is, they let themselves fall under the influence of others, which stifles them, stagnates them, and then they're conflicted because like, they like where they're at. They like that dirty part of their life, right? Their naughty side. But deep down they know that if they want you in their life, they have to let that go. Like they can't make that decision. They can't stick to a decision. In my mind, I'm just going to say this. If you are under the influence of a person, a situation, a drug, an alcohol, sex, gambling, whatever the case, and you know it's not good for you, and you know somebody is waiting for you on the other side after you heal, and you never choose to heal, you keep going back to those toxic situations, those toxic people, you know what you're doing. You're doing that on purpose. That's your choice. That's a choice. Choosing to stay stagnant, choosing to stay toxic is a choice. And you can say all day, all night, well, so-and-so influenced me. So-and-so wouldn't let me out from underneath their thumb. What do I always say to you guys? There's no such thing as being stuck. I realize there's situations of abuse, things like that. They're hard to get out of. I get it. I get it. However, there still is no such thing as being stuck. If you want out of a situation bad enough, you get the fuck out. You do whatever you can to get the fuck out. Whether that means you do nothing or whether that means you do everything. You do what you can to get out. Every time. I know it's hard to hear. I know, again, that some people won't agree with me. I get it. I get it. I'm the Gemini. I'm the Virgo. I understand both sides of the coin. I always have. I get it. I'm just saying. There have been plenty of situations in my life that I should never have walked away from alive. And yet here I am. I was almost murdered in 2023, red rummed in 2023, August of 2023, at Southport Marina in Kenosha, Wisconsin. There were two men. One was older and looked homeless. One was very nicely dressed and looked European. The old man tried to wrangle me and keep me there, and I was walking off to my car. I was there to see the sunrise. It was a weekday. I was going into work, but I was doing like a late start because it was my day off. And I was walking back towards my car, and the other guy came up alongside me. And I know that the older guy, the homeless-looking guy, was behind. And we got up to this one part of the marina where there's steps going down into the water, and there's boats everywhere. And people live on those boats in the summer. This is August, like second week of August, on a Monday. When I tell you there were already people out walking, jogging, walking their dogs, and this man tried to lure me down to the steps. He's like, "Oh, come look at this. Come look at what? The water?" I was like, "No, thanks. I'm going to go back to my car and go to work." They literally could have tackled me and dragged me kicking and screaming to a car. Guaranteed, y'all. Those joggers, those dog walkers, those people living on those boats, there's security there, for God's sakes. There's a little building right there, right where we were, that has security for the marina. Like they drive around, they ride around on bicycles, they drive a car. Right there. They literally could have grabbed me and nobody probably would have done a damn thing. I could have screamed my bloody head off and nobody probably would have done a damn thing. And yet somehow I walked away from there and got in my car and left. And they didn't come after me, and I drove to work and I went to work. And you could say, "Oh, Kim, they weren't going to do anything to you." No, they were. No, they were. I could feel it in my bones that they were. That he was either going to slam my head into the concrete and pull me up the steps and throw me in a car, or he was going to slam my head into the concrete and drown me and leave me there dead. One or the other. Because when I tell you I could feel it in my gut, when I tell you that my head was buzzing, that I could feel it down my spine, like God was literally like, "Baby girl, you got to get out of there. Like, you got to get out of there now." I could have went down those steps and been like, "Oh, what's down there?" I could have ignored my intuition. I could have ignored my gut. People stay in situations because they ignore their intuition, they ignore their gut. They don't listen to themselves, they don't listen to God. They listen to cheap influences, toxic humans. I don't know why they always tell me that I might know somebody on TikTok. I don't know anybody on TikTok. toxic people, toxic things like drugs, alcohol, sex. Sex is toxic depending on how often you're doing it and who you're doing it with. And why you're doing it. I'm seeing like a little metal shed. You know, like I think there's like companies that actually make like plane hangers, like garages, like where they just build them like in a couple days, but they're like all metal, like the siding is metal, the roof is metal. Except this is like a shed. So it's like smaller and it's got like two doors that go like this. Not a barn, but like a shed. And then it's got like a round domed kind of like roof. The siding is like a light blue, but the roof is like white. The door was white. The door is white. Or was? Maybe. Maybe it no longer exists. I'm picturing like bottles of whiskey, so I don't know if it's like a bar. But more like somebody's bar at home. Like if you had like a little bar area, like a wet bar, like back in the day, you'd go to somebody's house and they'd have a wet bar, right? Like a little bar with like a few little things. But whoever this person is, like they have whiskey, like different kinds of whiskey. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm not seeing nothing else. To me, this is just I mean, they're not coming towards you, whoever this person is. They expect you to come towards them. This person is running from themselves. I think what they're trying to do is put distance between themselves and whatever this is, in all honesty. I hope it resonated for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you found it entertaining. I hope you all have a great day, evening, weekend. I'll talk to you later. Bye.